Hello, Professor Echo. My name is Yang. This is my week 5 lab radio. First of all, it's my ID to prove that this is me. And then the environment checks are this is just my dorm room. It's a little bit messy, but there's nothing to support me to point out the bones and muscles. And this is the list right here. Nothing's written on there. I'm going to use that to um, identify the bone and muscle on the list here, and I'm going to set my phone right here. I'm going to get started. Okay, so I'm going to put that piece of page on the table and then read it what I was pointing out. Cervical vertebrae is the 7 bones on the spine right here, so it's like the very top of the spine. Diaphragm underneath the rib cage in the middle here. External abdominal oblique muscle on the side here. Frontal bone, front, like top front of the skull. Hyoid, underneath the front of the neck here. Lumbar vertebrae, 5 pieces on the middle lower of the spine here. Mandible is basically the jaw, connects to the rest of the skull with the TMJ. Masseter muscle is right here to connect the mandible for the chewing motion. Maxilla is the top of the jaw, so basically the right here, this area. Nasal bone is inside here, so right here is the nasal bone inside. Occipital bone is sorry, I'm not going to show the back of the skull right here, occipital. Parietal bone, the outside here of my skull. Where was I? Okay, rectus abdominis muscle. That's muscle right here. Usually we call it the apex, which I don't have. But right here. Sacrum and coccyx. Sacrum is the sacral spine, right? Is the end of the spine, so right here, 5 pieces. And then the coccyx, the tailbone in the very back here. Sternocleidomastoid muscle. So if I turn my neck here, so basically it's this muscle stretching right here. Mastoid connects mastoid to sternum all the way down here, and sternum is the middle of the rib cage here, the bone. Temporal bone is the temporal bone. Yeah, temporal bone is right here around the ears area, the bone on the skull. Thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae is basically the spine area of the chest. There's 12 pieces in total. Like there's intervertebral disc between, and trapezius muscle is so it's a bit hard to explain, but it starts from occipital bone, like back here, and ends on the lower of the thoracic vertebrae, and it extends from the spine. Like I'm just gonna use this at the back of my body, but from the occipital up here to thoracic vertebrae, and extends out. So basically extend from the spine and out. That's trapezius muscle. Zygomatic bone, basically right here. This area is zygomatic. Doing a video named the region of the spine and number of vertebrae. So cervical region, spine region, 7 pieces, and then thoracic spine region, 12 pieces. Lumbar spine region, 5 pieces. Sacral spine region, 5 pieces, and coccyx on the very back of the tailbone. Now it's the appendicular skeletons, upper extremity. So start from biceps brachii muscle. So we always work out this part, and then brachioradius muscle is the lateral side of the forearm when you stand up on an anatomical position. So lateral side brachioradius radialis muscle. I'm sorry. Carpals. Okay, so look at the same as sorry, it's a little bit short, but anatomical position starts from here. There's eight bones in total. Scaphoid, lunate, trachotrum, and pisiform. And then distal is the trapezium. Oh, are these? Do I have to say this? A trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. I believe that's the 8 bones right here. And I'll say that later. Okay, clavicle. Clavicle is the little tiny bone right here. Deltoid muscle is the shoulder muscle right here. Humerus, the bone right here. Latissimus dorsi muscle is the back of the muscle. I think it starts from lower thoracic around T7 and all the way to the lower lumbar. So I think L5. So this part and extends out the back muscle. Metacarpals, back to the hand, 5 metacarpals in total. So this part, that's the 8 bones I just said about carpals. There's like little metacarpals here. And pectoralis major muscle, so chest muscle right here. Phalanges. There are 14 in total, right? So there's 3 sets: distal, middle, and proximal. And the thumb does not have middle, so it's just distal and proximal. This is, let's see, video. Okay, proximal, middle, distal, and each finger has that. Radius. So back to anatomical position, lateral side. Lateral side. That's radius. This is all the rhomboid, major, and minor muscles. So minors on top, majors on bottom. So it's lower cervical. Lower cervical. So I run like C7 to the top of the thoracic. So C7 to T1 is the minor, like rhomboid minor. The origin of rhomboid minor muscle, and then a lower from T2 to T5. That's the origin for the rhomboid major muscle, and starts from the spine, extends down here. It's a back muscle. Scapula. Scapula is the flat bone, like right here. Triceps brachii muscle. That's the outside of the arm right here. Ulna, I just said, so the medial side of the forearm, so the bone right here. Identify the number of constituent bones. Okay, I did that. Okay, now it's the lower extremity. So I'm gonna put the cell phone on the floor so I can see better. Okay, so for the video, femur, the bone on the leg here, fibula, an anatomical position, the lateral side of the bone, so it's right here, lateral side. And fibularis longus muscle, so it's on fibula. So basically the muscle and fibula on the lateral side of the legs here. And gastrocnemius, so the C doesn't pronounce, right? Gastrocnemius, yeah, gastrocnemius. That's the posterior of the legs, so the muscle goes back here. Goes back here. And gluteus maximus muscle. So it's like the on the butt. Start from the ilium, and connects to the femur. So sorry, it's an awkward position, but right here. Gracilis muscle is what's gracilis muscle? I think it starts from the pelvis. I think it starts from here to the tibia. So this is the gracilis muscle, like inside of the legs here to all the way down to tibia. So it starts from here down there. Start from the pelvis girdle and hamstring muscle. Name all three. The hamstring muscle is on the back of the leg here. There's three, starting from the outside to inside. So there's bicep femoris right here, and then the middle is tendinosis, yeah, in the middle, and then the semimembranosus. That's the three of the hamstring muscles. Ilium, so it's hard to show, but ilium is the two muscles here. If you look at the entire pelvic, that's hard to remember. It's pelvic girdle is like a butterfly. The upper wings, like the wings of the upper part of the wings, is the ilium, and then ischium is like the bottom part of the wing. So the very bottom of the pelvic girdle is ischium. It's hard to see, but this part is roughly is the bone right here, roughly the ilium, and like all the way on the bottom of the pelvic girdle is ischium. Metatarsals, so it's the same for the feet. Metatarsals are like right here, there's five of them as well. Other, like this is the 7 bones of tarsal, right? And then this part is the metatarsals, 5 of them. Patella is like the kneecap. It's only, not only, but it's an irregular bone, like right here, and the kneecap. Pubis is like the middle part of the butterfly wing on the pelvis. So it's between the ilium and the ischium. That's pubis. And phalanges for the feet. Same as hand, 3 sets. Proximal, middle, and distal. Same for the toes. Like there's 14 total, same as the hand, right? There's no middle. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for my English, but I forgot what's the first toe called. But basically, there's 14 bones, and the first toe is missing the middle phalange, and all the rest of the toes have middle, distal, and proximal phalanges. And quadriceps muscles, name all 4. So quadriceps, the front here, right? The one outside is the rectus femoris muscle, rectus femoris, and then there's from up here all the way to down there, and there's 3 like underneath. From the lateral is the vastus lateralis, and then vastus intermedius, and then the vastus medialis. So lateral, intermedius, and medial. Sartorius muscle is like from the posterior part of ilium and connects to the tibia. So like from the inside, it's awkward, but let me see the video. From the back of the ilium and inside and posterior connects to the tibia. Tarsals. So there's seven pieces of tarsals on the feet. There's calcaneus, talus, navicular, and cuboid. And then there's the three cuneiform. And then tibia, back to anatomical position, medial part of the bone, so of the leg, so it's right here. Tibialis, anterior muscle. So tibialis, anterior muscle is on tibia, and this lateral side of tibia. So that's the muscle. This is. So the lateral side will be roughly like right here of the tibia, which is on the medial side of the legs. In the video, identify the number. Yep. So tarsals have 7. What is metatarsals? I mentioned 5. Phalanges. Phalanges I mentioned 14. Okay. And thank you, Professor Echo. This concludes my video for week 5 lab. Thank you.